In this lecture, we will examine the Vedic faiths of Hinduism, Buddhism, and Sikhism. This is important to geographers to gain a better understanding of religions around the world, and again, because religion has a lot to do with a person's feelings of belonging to communities and to place. Hinduism and Buddhism are considered Vedic faiths. The Vedas are India's oldest sacred writings and influenced the development of Hinduism. Buddhism later diverged from Hinduism. Hinduism, or as some call it, Sanatana dharma, meaning eternal truth, is a polytheistic religion that has approximately 900 million followers, making it the largest ethnic religion in the world. Hinduism includes a great diversity of religious beliefs and practices, but some common elements exist. Hindus believe in reincarnation controlled by the karma, which is the influence of past thoughts and actions, and to strive to attain Moksha, or a release from the cycle of death and rebirth, which is the state of freedom or bliss. In Hinduism, Brahman is the supreme spiritual source and sustainer of the universe. The photo on the left depicts one prominent Hindu deity named Shiva, the destroyer. Located in Bengaluru, India, this statue depicts a meditating Shiva at Mount Kailash, his heavenly home. His four arms are symbolic of supreme power. Buddhism is an offshoot of Hinduism in that the founder, Siddhartha Gautama, a prince who was born into Hinduism, later relinquished his life of comforts to search for enlightenment. At the age of 29, Siddhartha witnessed the sick and suffering, and out of compassion sought to end this human suffering. Subsequently, he attained enlightenment while meditating. This transformation into the enlightened one is called a Buddha. Buddhists also believe in reincarnation, and they also seek to escape from the cycle of death and rebirth called Nirvana. The Buddhist teachings are centered on the Four Noble Truths. 1. Life brings suffering. 2. Desire causes this suffering. 3. This suffering can be overcome and Nirvana can be attained. And 4. Disciplining the mind and body by practicing proper thinking and behavior ends this suffering and leads to Nirvana. There are three forms of Buddhism: Theravada, Mahayana, and Tantrayana. Theravada Buddhism means way of the elders and cultivates a monastic approach that emphasizes the study of Buddhist scripture and the practice of disciplined behavior such as meditation. Theravada Buddhists, accounting for about 40% of all Buddhists, are concentrated in many Southeast Asian countries and Sri Lanka. Mahayana Buddhism means great vehicle and follows the belief that the Buddha is a compassionate deity and faith provides a way for believers to be saved from the cycle of rebirth. Mahayana Buddhists account for about half of all Buddhists and are concentrated in China, Korea, Japan, and Vietnam. Tantrayana Buddhism emerged in Tibet and spread to Mongolia and has the smallest amount of followers. Tibetan Buddhism combined aspects of Mahayana Buddhism and native Tibetan beliefs. Tantrayana Buddhism would be an example of a synthetic religion. In contrast to Islam, which forbids depictions of Muhammad and God, representations of the Buddha, as shown in the photo on the left, are common where Buddhism is practiced. The Dalai Lama, shown in the photo top right, is greeting Tibetans and serves as the spiritual authority of Tibet, but he has lived in exile since China invaded and occupied the region since 1959. Tibetan Buddhists believe that the Dalai Lama is the reincarnation of the Bodhisattva of mercy, and that when he dies, his spirit will be reincarnated and enter a child. The photo at the bottom right is a Zen Buddhist priest meditating at the dry landscape garden at a Buddhist temple in Japan. Zen Buddhism developed as a movement within Mahayana Buddhism and encourages followers to cultivate the Buddha within oneself. Gardens like this aid meditation. Sikhism is the smallest of the major universalizing religions with about 23 million followers. A guru is an inspired religious teacher, and the word Sikh means discipline. The founder of Sikhism was Guru Nanak, born in 1496, who is said to have experienced a divine revelation. Sikhism emerged in northern India and combines elements of Hinduism and Islam. For example, Sikhism teaches belief and worship in one creator, God, and yet emphasizes the importance of karma. Sikhism follows the tenets of the holy book called the Guru Granth Sahib, which consists of a compilation of hymns revealed to Guru Nanak and other gurus. Muslims generally do not recognize and often shun Sikhism, as it is not a pure form of Islam. Please pause the video and answer the following. Describe how Buddhism came into existence and their general beliefs. In your own words, using the text as a guide, be thorough and specific with your answer.